Hey there, this is Frida and welcome back to the Dento Radiology. If you want to learn about the mandibular canal relation with the roots of the lower third molar, keep watching this video. Check out the time codes down the description and you might learn something new. Have you ever wondered why is the surgery of the impacted lower wisdom teeth kind of complicated? One of the most important situations is that the inferior alveolar canal is passing nearby and it contains very important nerve and vessels. Do you think that on a single panoramic radiography, if the roots of the third molar is close to the inferior alveolar canal, you can tell the relation between the canal and the roots, and there's a close touch or not? In the end of this video, I'm going to tell you if you can trust the panoramic radiography or not. As you know, panoramic radiography is a two-dimensional radiography, so you see the mesial, distal, or the superior-inferior relation of two anatomic structures that are near each other. But the buccolingual dimension, that is our third dimension, is still missing. In addition, the X-ray in the panoramic radiography has a negative angle, so even the vertical positions of the anatomic structures are affected. Well, what does this mean? Let's put it this way. We'll put the apex of the molar as a reference. If the inferior alveolar canal is in the lingual of the apex, when the X-ray is negative, the canal is going to be imaged higher and closer or even on the apex than its real position. If the inferior alveolar canal is in the buccal, its image is going to be lower and far from the apex of the teeth than its real position. So because of the negative X-ray angle in the panoramic radiography, the vertical positions of the anatomical structures are infected. If you didn't get this, it's okay. Just go over this part of the video and listen to it again. In the panoramic radiography, that can be really important tips before planning the treatment plan and going through a surgery. But first, like this video if you learned something new. So on a single panoramic radiography, we can't tell if 100% there is a close contact between the canal and the tooth. So what should we do? At first, if there's space, it really is a space, because if it was even close, the panoramic will just make it closer and even overestimate it. If there's no space, we need much more evaluation, even taking a CBCT scan. Here are some appearance in the panoramic radiograph that can increase this risk of relation and would be helpful for us to be much more careful in even taking the CBCT scan. So let's see this appearance. Darkening of the root. In some articles, it's called illumination of roots. So if a part of the tooth that the canal is superimposed on is more radiolucent or darker. Narrowing of the root, the part of the root that the canal is superimposed and is seen thinner. Bifid root apex, you see a double apex. One line you see the root and the other line you see the lamina dura. Delaceration or deflection in the root, a place where the root reaches the canal and the root changes its direction, so you kind of see a dilaceration in the root. Narrowing of the canal. Locally, the diameter of the canal decreased in the place where it reaches the third molar. Diversion or deflection of the canal, which the canal changes its direction and gets away from the root of the third molar. And interruption of the cortical border of the canal, loss of the roof canal, so you don't see the continuity of the upper radiopaque line of the canal in this place where it reaches the tooth. Seeing one or more of these impairments in the panoramic radiograph increase the risk of the relation. So what to do to be sure if there is the contact or not is taking a CBCT scan, because it will give you a 3D view of the actual position and distance of the canal. Maybe on a panoramic radiograph you see a close contact, but on the CBCT scan there is no contact. So a CBCT scan is the best way for telling if there is a relation or not. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, press the bell button for getting notifications for the next video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you have any comment or question, put down below and I'll be delighted to answer.